secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Volunteers will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback making checks. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to take a shot right away. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's awesome. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapting. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown, Tennessee! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's awesome. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Might be changing the route. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they'll have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Off play action on first down. Gets it out fast. Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once...
Wide open spaces. Touchdown Volunteers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's loose. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. Oh, out of space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Houck. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tagged.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles, and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's space, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Using the quick game. There he goes. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Gives it on the option. Got room to work. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Dropping back, it's House. Under fire. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown ball.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A 70-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab deep. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Wants to throw again. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Got it behind the line. It's awesome. And he'll hold it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can... Turning it on! He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Might be calling a hot route. 3rd down play from the gun. Makes the grab on the left. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Hoosiers. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by 11 over North Carolina. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Westbrook. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
And the Hoosiers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Right on the money. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Quickly complete. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give to the single back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Vols come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Gives it on the option. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to get it to the marker. Inside the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I know there's a lot of people out there when they see 4th and inches, they're thinking QB sneak, bush push, but not this offense. They've got conventional ways. They can turn around, hand the football off, and rip off an explosive play like they did there.
The Volunteers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Pulls and fires complete. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Grab near the sticks. It's Perkins. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and
unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hoosiers will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. see, ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Back to pass, it's Houck. Hucks it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Nice, solid completion there. Hit him on the slant.
Yeah, and a nice route in the slot, too, by that receiver. Great job putting his foot in the ground, crossing the face of the defender, and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
And the Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Moving away from pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Good timing on the quick out. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Now on 3rd down for this offense. 22, wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
And the Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. The snap sets up the throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the comeback is on.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Air Force just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Colorado Springs. They'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Man, is he having a day for the Big Orange, already over 150 yards.
Yeah, and showing you a little bit of everything, Reese. I mean, he can break tackles. He can make you miss. He's doing it all for this offense, and I would continue to feed him, and I guarantee you the Orange fans are going nuts.
The quick out. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal.
There he goes! The 30! And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Man, the option can be a real pain in the butt to defend, particularly when you get outside and you're playing quarterback and pitch at the same time.
How many option teams did you face back in the day?
But we saw several, and I hate...
Touchdown balls! Great job by the back on the option.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Taking it the other way. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tennessee. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. This guy's having a game that feels like half a season for some. He's over 450 yards.
And he is so dialed in with his offensive coordinator and play caller with what they want to do and how they want to attack this defense. It seems like every single snap, he's read the coverage. He knows exactly where to go with the ball.
Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's awesome. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back open in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. And that one, I don't think, went the required 10 yards. It did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Volunteers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Dumps it to the back. Firing to the right, complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Looking to the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Pulls it, fired complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Reads it, fires complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Quarterback gets enough. Touchdown Vols! And they take it in for 6 more points. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's going for it all. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. On the move. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Right down the middle. He got it.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Looking for the goal line. That leaves him with a tough fourth down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the fourth quarter.
Making side adjustments here. He wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that fourth down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
Coming into this one, we wondered